Hello, this is Vera. Guess what we am at? I am in Heraklion on the island of Crete, and I am here at the Agean Sea, and it's very calm, a beautiful day, and it's like in the lower 70s, very beautiful. The sun is shining, everything is very nice. And this is the Agean Sea, and the Agean Sea has a name. It comes from the name, I think, Heraklion, the writer who wrote the 12th planet. We mentioned about the Agean. This is where the name from Agean comes. The Agean were a people that came from Mars. Yes, they came from Mars. Actually, there is the ancient Greek mythology talked about the daughters of Ares. And Ares, if you notice, is the backwards of Mars. So Ares, the god Ares, of course there was never a god Ares. It was the planet Mars, and the Agean used to live on Mars, and there was a revolution or uproar with the higher, so to speak, gods. Of course, we know that gods never existed. There was God is the gods, or God is AKA for extraterrestrial. So if you lived on Mars and you come down on Earth, you was an extraterrestrial. And they came down to Earth, and as you know, they mated with human women. But I think the story is maybe a little bit different, because in the Greek mythology, the name of the daughter of Ares mean in Greek called the Amazons. So the Amazons was there was women there fought, like, oh, there's a pigeon, come see me. It's interesting in my story. Anyway, there was women that could fight like women, like men. You probably heard about. They could kill men, and actually, it's probably kind of exaggerated, but there was women there was riding on horses. But also the story of the Amazon is probably that the story of Amazon goes way back, and it was not just Amazons. I mean, you cannot just have only women living on the planet, because you cannot a human life force cannot cannot live off women alone. It takes two to tango, women, male and female, to produce a civilization. So mostly also there was men as well, and the Amazons, but the Amazons was the most fierce one. And I believe that the way story goes, that those who was coming down from Mars, the Agean, mated with the Amazon women, who was there already a long time ago, who survived a cosmic war that happened 3.2 million years ago, which I think I touched on it when I went to Kentucky. And their planet got destroyed, which was between Mars and Jupiter, called Tiamat. Maybe some people call them Krypton. I mean, there are many names for it. And they are basically either some part of Tiamat came what we call Earth, or they escaped to Earth. But they eventually they survived the war. And as you know, if there is a planet that has been attacked by by nuclear forces or by scalar weaponry. You cannot right away, live on this planet. That you have to basically, wait until you can terraform it again. And I believe that some of the remnants that survived the war lived underground because, to save themselves from what was, going to happen. And that's why you find many underground cities, underneath this earth. Probably they lived there to protect themselves of what was happening between Jupiter and Mars. But anyway, I think that is a story, and you can find a story in the Greek mythology. You can find some of them in the Bible, yes, but it's kind of veiled. It's kind of veiled with, with a lot. Lots of things that kind of cover up the true story. But that is actually the story. In the Nephilim, basically, it was not men's, but there was women. It goes back to the goddess, not goddess, but a group of women called the Nephites. And come from when you go to Egypt, you go, I forgot which one it is. I forgot the spot. I have to look it up again. It's, it escapes my mind. Is the goddess Nephilim. And she is, when you go there, you will find 22 crocodiles that has been embalmed. It does not mean that there was reptilian, meaning that they had they could act like reptiles, but reptiles is a character. Is a fierce character, because we know that a crocodile can be very fierce, but it was not that there was reptilian, like some people say that people's change they are shape-shifting into a reptile. It's people who have a fierce character, who is who's a fierce fighter, and we know that a crocodile is a fierce fighter. So there never was people that changed into a crocodile. But I think that's the story here. And if you go look in the Greek mythology, especially some it's in the Iliad, and the Iliad is also in the Bible called Gilead. And if you read the book of Amos, you will find the story of the Iliad. So this is my story over here. I want to share that real quickly, and I talk to you later. Thank you for listening to me.